Who doesn't want to be a king, right?
You said push out the content every day.
The branding is how you can start to stand out.
I got a serious question.
The man.
What's up, my guy?
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, came a long way from the apartment, man. We in a condo now, man.
Look at that. Look at that.
We moving up, my brother.
I love it, man. I love it.
Hey, but Evan, man, I wanted to talk to you, man. I got a question. So
okay.
They just allowed me to monetize my YouTube channel.
Okay, great.
I've been over literally total 400 million views within other motivational company channels. And what I'm having a problem with right now, I have over millions of comments and like, King Hollis, we love you, we love you. I don't know how for the life of me to get them millions of people to come over to my house, like the creator house. I gotta how can I defeat this, Evan? I'm popping out all this content. I'm William King Hollis. The fan base is growing, but I'm trying to get them to know the face, not the voice. Like, come over here. I got so much new stuff. Like,
so here's what you do. You take those videos that you are the voice of, and you take the same name, like take the title of that video, and you make the same video on your channel. The title, right? So like, I don't know what channel you've been on that like you've got whatever your big, like what's the biggest video?
I work with Fearless Motivation, Motiversity. I work with dang near every channel.
Okay, so Fearless Motivation, like what's the name of that video on Fearless Motivation?
Fearless Motivation, mostly Fearless Motivation's videos is like per contract. We do contract deals. Basically, it's like film work. You get what I'm saying?
What's the name of the video on Fearless Motivation?
It's called one video is called The Journey.
Great. So that's what you call your video on your channel.
Okay.
You make a new video. You make a new video called The Journey on your. Tell a different story. You've got a million stories you could tell about the journey, right? I mean, you're the content. You could just spit it out ASAP. But you call it the same thing.
You're right, man. You're right.
The Journey. Call it like whatever. And if it says Fearless Motivation, don't call it Fearless Motivation. But obviously, The Journey on your channel, William King Hollis, or like whatever, however you want to get. Like what's the official name? Is like King in your official name or what?
King Hollis, William King Hollis.
King Hollis.
William King Hollis. Yep.
Great. So like King Hollis, and then your goal is anytime somebody watches the Fearless Motivation video, you still want that video to win. I mean, it's still spreading your brand and it's getting people to know you, right?
All of it.
For sure.
All of it is.
But your goal is after that video is playing, for your video on your channel called The Journey to show up down the side.
Okay.
Right. So we're taking people from their channel, finding us, and you do that for every big motivation channel that you've been on. You make the exact same title, different video. I mean, if you
just go down the list. You just gave me work for the rest of the day. Go down the list.
There you go.
Create my own version and my own style of each video. The Journey recreated. I got you. That's genius.
But like different story, right? Like, I don't want to piss off Fearless, right? Like completely you sold that one. Yeah, perfect. New story. And you're full of them, dude. Your journey. You're on a new journey every day, my guy.
Evan, listen, Evan, I want to tell everybody, listen to this man. I was questioning Evan the other day, and I was questioning, like, am I pushing out too much content? I got over 386 unreleased speeches. I'm talking about I can't get them out fast enough. But I was telling myself, is it ever possible to oversaturate the industry, like oversaturate the material you push out, Evan? And I know I heard you right on say in one of your training videos, you said push out the content every day. I do a video a day, no matter what. I do 3 videos a day, no matter what. And I was like, yo, Evan, like every other echoes in my mind, in my head say, yo, slow down, Will, slow down. But right now, in the time of the world in right now, I feel like it's basically, I'm like a kid trapped in the closet full of chocolate chip cookies. I never had a chocolate chip cookie. I ate my first one. Now I'm about to eat the rest of the entire closet. I'm that excited every day. I got so much material. And I'm basically asking you, Evan, is too much too much?
We do 6 videos a day across 12 channels. And I'm just starting, dude. I mean, here's the thing. We're not that important. If you think about who people are, they're subscribed to you and they're subscribed to me and Gary and Grant and Les and Oprah and all these people who are all pumping out content. You're like 1 out of 100 subscribers that they have. Right? Like that. We're not that important, right? There's going to be some hardcore. There's like 5 people who like, you're the only channel they subscribe to, and they're not going to be pissed if you're pumping up more love, right? But you can't like, it's not possible to oversaturate. It's not possible anymore.
Man,
there's just too much. There's too much out there.
You're giving me golden nuggets. Thank you so much, E. I got one more question, Evan.
I got one more tip for you too after. So give me your question. I got one more bit of advice for you. Go.
I got a serious question because I get it all the time, Evan, and you a motivational guru in my eyes. When you hear my work and then you hear Eric Thomas work, not debating on who the best, none of that stuff, but I'm talking about, do I sound similar to him? Like, is it a similarity to him, or do I have my own King Hollis different type of tone? I'm asking you because I get that question a lot. And I'm kind of getting to the point. I don't know if you ever experienced this, Evan, but I'm getting to the point where I really don't like it. I really want to be my own man and my own brand. But I want to ask you that question. Does it seem like as if I'm biting, or is it just my different style, or is it a different style? I'm asking you from a professional level.
I love ET. I spoke on the same stage as him. I think I wouldn't be bothered by the comparison. Yeah. I think there's an energy that you both bring. I think there was a gap in the market in terms of like there was Les Brown and then there was nobody for a long time. And then ET popped up and then there's other guys who are also now coming on the scene and people have a similar style.
Prince EA, all those guys.
Yeah, Prince EA, I was just hanging with him in Puerto Rico like a couple weeks ago or a month ago. And
yeah, he's pretty dope. Love him, man.
Dude, and his style is a little different though, in that he's very he's more soft spoken. He's not energy in your face, heart centric, thoughtful. Not that you're not heart centric and thoughtful, but the energy you bring is more. You're gonna show up. I told people in the live before you joined, get ready for some energy. It's coming. we got the king coming in the house, and so. I think from that approach, it could be easy for people to confuse or to make the comparison, but just keep going, man. I mean, I wouldn't be offended by it.
I got you. I used your entire model. You saw where I was. I literally showed you where I was living the first time. I literally used your entire model without ever being able to meet you, without ever being able to see you. That's why when I talk to you, Evan, I always tell you, bro, you are one of the most valuable kings on this planet, because you don't just talk about your own motivation. You talk to help other people create their own lanes. And for an individual to wake up every single morning and pour into the world to help them tap into their full potential, that right there is that's godlike. That's like an angel, man. And I know a lot of people on here, and I say thank you, bro, because my life is changing. From the moment you put my video, you didn't even have to put a video up of me, and you did, and I got so much attention, man. I just got from professional athletes reaching out to making history in Milan, speaking in Kingston, Jamaica, and all these different places. It started with Evan basically showing us the blueprint. And I want that last tip, Evan, before I go, man, before I get off.
Okay. So I got two now for you. So one, and if I look at ET, I think about the whole, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. Like that's kind of his thing that he's known for. Yeah. I like yours. I think yours stands out even more, which is King. Like it's just so easy to remember. And I would go heavy on King. And what's so great about how you do it is it's not just you calling yourself King. You also call other people King.
I want all of it to feel royal. I want that.
Yeah, I love it. It's like it's you're making people feel special. You're making people feel like they need to create something amazing, that they're worthy of being called a king. And so I would really leverage that brand. Like I think even your hat, like forget the Nike hat. Give me the king hat. You're a king. I'm a king, right?
No,
I'm wearing I'm representing, dude. I got my gear on. No, but like that's the thing. Like when you're coming,
I'm learning this slowly. You told me to pick. You said everybody got to have a word, something that represents them, and yours was believe. I always use king. So now you basically saying put them on hats and shirts, Will, all the time, and keep
them and have it in your have it in your videos. You know, have it in your videos when you're recording YouTube video, when you're joining somebody's IG live, right? You're popping on my IG live. For some people, it's the first time they've ever heard of you. Like, who is this guy? He's the king. And so now they want to go and follow you and see start to mess with your stuff. If you're, I would even try to incorporate king into your speeches, like in your next Fearless Motivation, talk about you being the king. You're the king, right? And it's like, you're known as the king guy. I want to be who doesn't want to be a king, right? Go check out my man.
Everybody wants to.
Right? So I think the branding is how you can start to stand out because if you look at an ET, I look at Les Brown. It's possible. For decades, it's possible. Like that's all he talked about. And if everything was around, it's possible, right? And ET, Succeed as Bad as You Want to Breathe is a mouthful, but you know, I've followed his stuff for so long that it's easier for you to remember. But King is even shorter. It's like, it's one word, 4 letters. How can you not remember that?
And Evan, to be honest with you, you always talk about evolution, change, things, and you do a very good job of adapting to that. And what I'm starting to realize in the motivational industry, the listeners are changing. The youth, the new generation of people who listen to inspiration. It's like now, like I get artists, like you get the hip hop artists, you get the rappers, the mainstream rappers that come to you and be like, yo, man, I've been listening to you every morning, late nights in the studio. I'm listening to you every morning. So what's really exciting me, Evan, is being able to be a part of the evolution of motivation. You get what I'm saying? And I wonder if I'm asking this and saying this to see if you see it. Just a different type of listeners and inspiration, a different type of people that's
dude, it's a human thing, right? It's a human thing. And I think a lot, like everybody needs inspiration, motivation, and they need it daily, right? And I think a lot of people now would have a hard time, like a lot of youth will have a hard time connecting to a Les Brown now.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I talk to Les every other day, and he's saying. And
dudes, I think is the greatest speaker of all time, young Les Brown. But I think now he's got his kind of grandfather jovial, vibe to him.
He's a granddad now, man. I'm telling you.
And it's great. It's just I think somebody who's 18 or 24 or whatever is going to have a hard time connecting to that, and so they need a new voice. And so I love that you're standing up. If I'm you, I would try to connect with all of the rapper friends that you're working with and try to do a collab on their next album for you to do spoken word.
I did one with E40 artist, B Peasy. I did one with him. And I'm thinking about doing the old DJ drama thing where I take all the hot songs of now and create a positive, inspirational intro before this. Basically try to bring the why out of the song. I don't care if it's negative. I want to try to get to the point where it's basically talking about, okay, what's the reason why you do this? You talk about shoot 'em up, bang, bang. What's the purpose behind it? And that's honestly what I'm thinking about doing, Evan. I want to start hosting mixtapes, man.
I like it. But I think if you collab with people and even if there's somebody you mess with, there's somebody who's like this up and coming rapper that you mess with and you just love their vibe and you reach out to them and you send them a DM on Instagram to say, hey man, I mess with you. I like where you're going. I'd love to do a collab. Here's what I do. And you send them the most fire thing that you've put together. I want to do a spoken word against, like, let's do a song together. Let's do a rap together. I'll do spoken word. You do your thing. And you're like I would love for you to be the pit bull on all of these people's albums. You know, like J-Lo comes out.
That DMX sound. You hear me? That.
Yeah, but that's not something E.T.'s doing, right? It's still E.T.'s gonna turn 50 soon. I mean, he's looking good. He's still doing his thing.
He's older, man. He older, man.
He's getting it, but like, be the pitbull. Who is the spoken word guy in hip hop on out? Like nobody. You could
Bro,
be that guy.
you know who the E40 said I reminded him of was DMX. He said, you remember when DMX used to give the prayers? He used to give the prayers on his album. He said, Will. So Evan, you know,
DMX.
My pain.
That guy was so rough, so hardcore, man. But energy and passion.
No,
man, it's hard.
You felt it.
No, yeah. Dude, I know. DMX is. I love. I mean, it's the lyrics may not be how you want it, but the energy and the vibe.
No, his ability to. I learned like the voice, right?
Yeah.
His voice was liberating. It will rumble your soul when you hear him talk.
Yeah.
And by E40 telling me that, when I went and listened to him, he said, okay, listen to DMX and tell me how you feel. And he said that might be the same feeling that you give off to a certain amount of fans. And in that fan base that DMX had, when they say, man, I wish DMX would speak longer on these tracks. Now I'm creating an album. My album, Pain and Purpose, did 300,000 streams in 2 weeks. So it's basically like a new genre of music. And I've been looking for a way to evolve, and you basically taught me that. What if I went and got a rapper and said, no, I'm not going to feature on your track. You're going to feature on my track. I'm going to do the intro. You're going to do a verse, and I'm going to do the outro. And we got a full song right there.
Yeah, so I want you to think more collaboration. Like you're doing your work, you're pumping out your content, you've got oodles and you got 300, whatever, awesome, more stuff coming. But stop. The next evolution is you not just doing everything yourself, solo. You've already kind of done it in the motivation world with the videos, but now think music. Yes, it's great for you to do your own mixtape, but I want you collabing with other people on their albums, on their sets, so that you're the guy who, for all the up and coming rappers that are coming up, it's like, who's this guy who's just spitting fire? Even if you only have like 8 lines in the thing, it's the thing that people remember, right? And King is always in the message. Okay, I gotta go, but one last thought. If you look at the motivational videos that I've done, spoken word on people's channels, go look at the comment section. I've responded to like every comment for the first 6 months to a year of that video being up. So what I want you to do is go and to all those channels and look at those top videos every day. If you're trying to build your audience, you look at every new comment, you sort by most recent, and you respond to every single comment on that video and say, thank you for listening to my voice. Thank you for watching this video. I'm glad you liked my speech. And so it's like you're making that connection. Because Team Fearless, they're not responding to comments, period. And then here's this guy, the King, who just did 800 comments, responses, saying thank you so much for listening to my voice, to my speech. I'm glad you like my content. They may not even have made the connection before, but my voice, my speech, who is this guy? They click through to your YouTube channel, and then boom, here's this new video, right? The Journey, part 2 coming from you.
Love, King.
All right, much love, man. Cheers. If you have a podcast or interview show and want me to be a guest on it, I have 2 options for you. There's a link right there next to me. Go click it, and I look forward to being a guest on your show.